إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستهديه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله تعالى من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له، وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له، وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله وصفيه من خلقه وخليله، أرسله الله تعالى رحمة للعالمين فبلغ الرسالة وأدى الأمانة ونصح الأمة وجاهد في سبيل الله حق جهاده حتى أتاه اليقين من ربه، صلوات ربي وسلامه عليه وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. أما بعد، عباد الله، اتقوا الله حق تقاته. قال الله تعالى: يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبث منهما رجالا كثيرا ونساء، واتقوا الله الذي تساءلون به والأرحام إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم، ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما. Dear brothers in faith, a question on these days that have been raised and addressed to many people, especially to the Muslims. Why tsunami? Why is that? Is it a defect? It is a mistake. We should be having lessons and a reminder on the occasion of tsunami. Japanese are the most busy people. They have their own schedules by day and night. They are the most technical people. They have benefited the world much. But what did the world benefit from them? But what did they get benefited from the world? Especially the Muslim world. What did they get from us? Yes, they are the people who had skillfully worked for life, but it took them away from thinking about the hereafter, the next life. This life contains a name that gives the description of this life. Dunya, the lowest. Dunya, that's the meaning of dunya. Alif Lam Mim, غُلِبَتِ الرُّومِ فِي أَدْنَى الْأَرْضِ, the lowest land. So this life is the dunya, the lowest. But this lower life had made them busy from working, despite the mind they have, despite everything, the potentials they have. It made them busy from working for the upper life. As the Prophet ﷺ said, on the moment of his death, he was heard saying by Aisha radiallahu anha, he was heard by Aisha saying, بَلِ الرَّفِيقُ الْأَعْلَى بَلِ الرَّفِيقُ الْأَعْلَى. Then Aisha said, إِذًا لَا يَخْتَارُنَا. She heard him saying, no, but the upper world. No, but the upper world. Then Aisha said, then he's not choosing us anymore. Because the prophets are being asked if they want to die, that's only the prophets, before they die. And that is another evidence, a divine evidence, that those selected people, the prophets, they are so keen for the hereafter. That's why they are the only one people who are given the option whether to die or not. Allahu Akbar. So those people did not know why Allah created them. What did He want from them by creating them? Why do they die? What are they supposed to be doing in this life? Where where are they going to go after life? Is there another life or not? They did not bother themselves asking these questions. In one moment, by one moment, they were thereby planning for the future, for their fates, for their projects. Then the command of Allah had come. And in a sudden, in minutes, or maybe less than minutes, at least 20,000 people died. And it seems that Japan is subject to many expected earthquakes and disasters in the future. Until now, the earthquakes are not stopping. And the contamination, the effect of the nuclear facilities is getting closer to North America nowadays. The question is why? The answer, the Muslim answer, starts like this: لا يسأل عما يفعل وهم يسألون. He's not asked, but they should be asked. He's not asked about what he does, but they will be asked. But as an answer to this, we should know that when you call someone to be God, this God must necessarily have three important characteristics. First, He's perfect in His will. Second, He's perfect in His knowledge. Third, He's perfect in His power. So, do they agree with this? If they say no, then they should be looking for another God. But any God who deserves to be called God, he should be having these three characteristics: perfect in will, perfect in knowledge, perfect in power. But did it occur to your mind, oh, you who ask why He caused this earthquake, did you ask yourself before that, why did you create us? No, you've been busy. You've been busy in the lively issues. And when the disaster comes, now you ask why the disaster happened. A question should be raised to you. Did Allah give us guarantee in this life? Did Allah give us guarantee that nothing's going to happen in this life? Do you know that earthquakes, disasters, grievances, sadnesses, difficulties, hardships are an act of mercy by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, as if He's saying to you, don't choose this life because its sweetness is mingled with its bitterness. Even those who are rich people, they have their own problems. They have their own concerns. They're not happy. Not only you who are looking for pounds. There are people who have the pounds already, but they're not happy. They're not happy. There are rich people, but they have this, they are on diet, not only on diet, they can't eat any kind of food. They have particular kinds of food only they can eat. They have problems in their digesting system, they have problems in their hearts, etc. Why? There is no, Allah did not give us guarantee in this life that you should be living luxurious life, perfect life. By these problems you encounter in this life, Allah wants to pay your attention to another life. Promised by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that in that life, no sicknesses, no death, no hunger, nothing, everything is guaranteed. But here there's no guarantee. As we say in Arabic, من لم يمت بالسيف مات بغيره تعددت الأسباب والموت واحد. He who did not die, or he who does not die by the sword, will be dying by other kinds of means of death. There are frequent means of death, but the death is one. If you did not die in the earthquake, you're going to die even on your bed. So, shouldn't you rather ask yourself before why we were created? Tsunami is an example that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had spoken. It's an example. This example had been striking to those whom life had taken them away, so that they will be making a preparation for their journey. Yes, as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, يا أيها الناس إن وعد الله حق فلا تغرنكم الحياة الدنيا ولا يغرنكم بالله الغرور إن الشيطان لكم عدو فاتخذوه عدوا إنما يدعو حزبه ليكونوا من أصحاب السعير. O people, the promise of Allah is truth. So don't let this life deceive you. And don't let the deluder swerve you, divert you away from Allah. The promise of Allah is true. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had told us what He promised us. He said, أعددت لعبادي الصالحين ما لا عين رأت ولا أذن سمعت ولا خطر على قلب بشر. I have prepared for my righteous servants something that neither their eyes have ever seen, neither their ears had ever heard, nor their hearts have ever imagined. لهم ما يشاءون فيها وَلَدَيْنَا مَزِيدٌ. For them is whatever they desire, but for us there is more for them. That means that they did not imagine to have. In this life, what you see is not always what you get. That's what causes the big enviness in the hearts of the people outside. They see something, they love to get it, but they can't have it. But the other life is the contrary. Everything you desire, you will get, but there's something that you don't imagine to get will be given to you. Allahu Akbar. So don't die before you apply the reason why you were created. And prepare for yourselves for the moment of death. As a man came to the Prophet ﷺ and asked him when the final hour will occur, the Prophet did not answer him, but raised a question to him. What did you prepare for it? That was the answer of the Prophet ﷺ. Ask yourself this question by day and night. What did we prepare for our next life or for the moment of death? أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم ولسائر المؤمنين من كل ذنب فاستغفروه إنه هو الغفور الرحيم. إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستهديه ونستغفره ونتوب إليه ونعوذ بالله تعالى من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له. O son of Adam, ask yourself how important you are in your soul. You're very important. How great are your projects and your wishes? Don't be great in your soul, but be great in Allah's perspective. Don't forget the powerful and the kind at the same time. He said, I am with my servant, and I am with him as long as he is with me. If he remembers me in his soul, I'll remember him in my soul. If he remembers me in an assembly, I'll remember him in an assembly better than his assembly. If you want to know the value of yourself in Allah's perspective, look at the value of Allah in your perspective. A figure was drawn by our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, very beautiful and very wise. I have mentioned this to many non-Muslims, and they were saying, "Wow, that was good. That was really wise." The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam drew one line, and he said, "This is man." He drew another line close to it, And he said, this is his term of death. But he drew a third line very distant than the first two lines here like this. And he said, and that is his wish and hope. The death comes and intercepts the hope and the wish. How beautiful is that? As an invitation to the people of Japan, which is also a reminder for us. Make preparation for your hereafter before the moment of death will come, and there's something will be accompanying the moment of death. That is grieveness and sorrow. And that sorrow at the moment when you were turning away from Allah and suddenly death comes to you, you can't imagine how great is that sorrow. How great will that sorrow will be in your heart. Because you will be knowing at that time that you did not make preparation. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, إِذَا جَاءَ أَجَلُهُمْ فَلَا يَسْتَأْخِرُونَ سَاعَةً وَلَا يَسْتَقْدِمُونَ. If their moment of death comes, they will neither be able to delay it 1 second or 1 hour, and they will not be able even to advance it 1 hour. It's an appointed term that's going to come to each one of us. What about us? We are supposed to be making another preparation. Preparation of re-attaining the Islamic state, the Khilafah. Many people talk about Khilafah. Khilafah is very important. What are we doing for it? What are we doing for it? We're doing something. We who are calling the people for the pure doctrine, we're doing a lot of things. We're doing a great thing. What is it? The thing is, the Prophet ﷺ said, authentically narrated by Bukhari, تَكُونُ النُّبُوَّةُ فِيكُمْ مَا شَاءَ اللَّهُ لَهَا أَن تَكُونَ. The prophethood will be remaining within you as long as Allah will it to remain with you. ثُمَّ يَرْفَعُهَا اللَّهُ إِذَا شَاءَ. Then Allah will raise it up if He wills. Then there will be خِلَافَ رَاشِدَةً عَلَى مِنْهَاجِ النُّبُوَّةِ. Will be remaining with you. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will raise it up if He will. Then another khilafah will be mulk. It will not be khilafah, it will be mulkan adudan. Mulk, as if someone is biting on his kingship. He's not going to let it to anyone else except for himself, just like what's happening. ثم تكون ملكا جبريا. Then it's going to be a compulsory kind of kingship. ثم تعود خلافة راشدة على منهاج النبوة. Then, after the raising of all of this, there will be a promised khilafah on the methodology of prophethood, rightly guided khilafah. If you keep struggling, and we have to admit, there's a great struggle between Tawheed and Sunnah, and the other group are Shirk and Bid'ah. The Ummah is suffering a great deal of a struggle and fight between Shirk and Bid'ah and between Tawheed and Sunnah. And if you work on that struggle, you will be helping on bringing this promised khilafah closer and closer by the qadr of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So we are working on that, because the type of khilafah we are promised is to be a pure khilafah on the methodology of prophethood. I don't forget after that to remind you about something very important about the bloodshedding that we can see in Libya and many countries. How cheap is the blood of the Muslim nowadays? How cheap is the blood of the Muslim? Let's remember what the Prophet ﷺ said. لا يزال أو لن يزال المسلم في فسحة من دينه ما أصاب دما حراما. A believer remains to be having a wide range of iman in his heart as long as he does not cause a bloodshed, a great bloodshed. We're suffering dictators in this world, in our countries. And how beneficial it is when every dictator takes some trillions with him, juicing his country, sending that juice, not money laundering, I'm not talking about the money laundering, I'm talking about the money juicing. They've been asking through the bank statement, where did you get the 1,000? Where did you get the 2,000? Where did you get the 5,000 from? But did they ask those people who had transferred the billions from our Muslim countries to their countries, did they ask, what are you doing? Where did you get that money? No question for them. But suddenly now, we know that all of those money are there. So if they have 10 dictators, those 10 dictators mean great business for those people who have good kinds of banks and they welcome these kinds of money. There's a big problem and fitna that's happening in the Muslim world. But I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who plots perfectly when people imperfectly plot, that Allah's plot must take place eventually. And I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to be a help and support and a victory for our brothers in Libya. هذا وصلوا وسلموا على أشرف نبيين وأكرم هاد فقد أمركم ربكم عز وجل بذلك فقال جل من قائل عليم إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وآل إبراهيم وبارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وآل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. اللهم إنا نسألك فعل الخيرات وترك المنكرات وحب المساكين وأن تغفر لنا وترحمنا وإذا أردت بعبادك فتنة فاقبضنا إليك غير مفتونين في ديننا. اللهم اغفر لنا ذنوبنا وتب علينا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم. ربنا ظلمنا أنفسنا ظلما كثيرا وإن لم تغفر لنا وترحمنا لنكونن من الخاسرين. اللهم اهدنا واهد أبناءنا وبناتنا يا رب العالمين. اللهم ثبتنا على القول الثابت إلى يوم نلقاك يا أرحم الراحمين. اللهم اهد شباب وبنات المسلمين. اللهم رد ضال المسلمين إلى دينك ردا جميلا. اللهم إنا نعوذ بعزتك لا إله إلا أنت أن تضلنا. أنت الحي الذي لا يموت أنت الحي الذي لا يموت أنت الحي الذي لا يموت والإنس والجن يموتون. اللهم توفنا وأنت راض عنا واجعل خير أعمالنا خواتيمها وخير أيامنا يوم لقائك. اللهم لا تجعل الدنيا أكبر همنا ولا مبلغ علمنا ولا إلى النار مصيرنا. اللهم واجعل الجنة دارنا. اللهم ولا تسلط علينا بذنوبنا من لا يخافك فينا ولا يرحمنا. ربنا ظلمنا أنفسنا ظلما كثيرا وإن لم تغفر لنا وترحمنا لنكونن من الخاسرين. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. وأقم الصلاة.
الله أكبر. الله